My name is Greg Johnson. I'm President and CEO of Metallic Minerals, a Yukon-focused silver exploration development stage company focused on the high-grade Keno Hill Silver District and La Plata mining district. Metallic Minerals is a member of the Metallic Group of Companies, which is a collaboration between three similar stage companies with a similar approach to business. Beginning in about 2016, we came together with many of us being part of companies such as Nova Gold, other major producing companies, to look for opportunities to position us for the next major metal market cycle. The opportunities that we've gone after are brownfields districts, where we see the opportunity for discoveries that have not been previously appreciated, to apply new technologies, and we're applying this same approach to all the companies in the group. We have shared back office costs, which keep our costs lower at the corporate level, and this allows us to have a deeper technical team. Metallic Minerals is the silver and gold focused company in the group. Group 10 Metals is our battery metal and platinum group metal company, and Granite Creek Copper is our copper and gold company. Specifically, Metallic Minerals, the opportunity a couple of years ago when the team came together that we saw was a district scale, high-grade silver producing district, over 200 million ounces of silver production historically at over 1,000 grams per ton. And in more recent years, several major new discoveries, putting together about a 75 million ounce current M&I resource, as well as about 25 million ounces of additional inferred material. The two discoveries in particular in the district, the Birmingham and Flame and Moth, have demonstrated that the Keno district has potential for what really the majors in silver would be looking for in terms of world-class opportunities. We think in particular the Birmingham deposit is one of the best undeveloped silver mines in the world. Going back into production with our neighbor Alexco, it's an exciting time for the district. Our consolidation of the other half of the Keno district was threefold: acquiring ground from private parties during the bear market part of the cycle, acquiring ground from other junior mining companies where it wasn't their focus. And because it was a bear market, we were able to stake the remaining third of our positioning, giving us the second largest land position in the district at 166 square kilometers. We immediately started to focus on really a data mining exercise. The Yukon government has recently put together the historic assessment mining and exploration records in this district all the way back to the turn of the century. Using that information and information that we had in our files, we were able to quickly prioritize the projects into those that we felt could be advanced stage and move rapidly towards resource definition. And those areas of the district that were what we would call the greenfields part of this Keno Hill prolific district, where they really hadn't seen modern exploration but shared the same geologic characteristics. That work undertaken in the last couple of years has resulted in the discovery of 12 multi-kilometer scale targets in the district, and we're excited to be drill testing those for the first time in 2020, along with drill testing and expanding on the advanced stage targets to advance them towards initial resources. We've undertaken the same type of approach at our more recent acquisition, the La Plata district, and we're going to be applying some of the same tools that have been so effective at Keno Hill. I'd like to take just a moment to emphasize, why the brownfields element is so significant for Metallic Minerals shareholders. And really what we see is when you look at a already developed district with mines in place, with roads and infrastructure, it means that the ability to make a discovery and then advance it rapidly at lower cost of capital is really the advantage that you have when working in a district like Keno Hill. And really that's our focus for creating value for shareholders, is to rapidly identify and advance and de-risk projects through the engineering stages towards development as a way to drive shareholder value. Looking at a photo here of the entrance into the Keno Hill district, you can see the highway, you can see the power station. Our property, the Silver Queen, is here on the right, and on the left is the Silver King property, which is one of the highest grade silver producers owned by Alexco. This is just one half of the district that you can see here. The road continues to the center of the district, and the mill sits in the center near Keno City. So excellent infrastructure. You can see the ground here is relatively easy to access, and it really makes for an excellent exploration terrain where we can apply modern exploration tools. We've had a two-pronged approach towards exploration here in the Keno District, as I mentioned earlier, a focus on which targets could be taken to the advanced stage the most rapidly, and then secondly, looking at those areas of the district that share the same geologic characteristics as the largest producers and exploring those. That approach has attracted investment from Eric Sprott, who's one of the renowned investors in the silver space in particular. This was one of his first major investments in the Keno Hill Silver District. And I think it was really the combination of these advanced stage targets right on trend of the known mining areas, as well as these large scale targets in the other areas. 2020 is going to be one of our largest drill focus programs in the company's relatively short history. We've got 2 drills turning as we speak, a core drill that's advancing the advanced stage targets, stepping off on known mineralization, as well as a reverse circulation drill that's testing some of the reconnaissance targets in these areas where we've identified these multi-kilometer scale targets. I'll also note briefly the La Plata asset, recent acquisition last fall, a similar kind of district to Keno Hill, located in the southwestern US. This was formerly held by Phelps Dodge and Rio Tinto, explored back in the 50s, 60s, and 70s. Really, it's been off the market for more than 50 years. We're excited to be applying some of the same approaches at La Plata as have been so successful at Keno Hill. And then lastly, I'll just mention our alluvial land holdings in the Klondike Gold District of the Yukon. This is the area that's produced over 20 million ounces of gold historically, and is an area of focus for metallic minerals in terms of inviting experienced mining operators to undertake leases on ground, produce gold from that, and pay the company a royalty. This is something we're just starting to build, but it's something we anticipate could result in production and non-dilutive financing for the company. The team here at Metallic Minerals has been involved in a number of major discovery and advancements in the region, in particular, deep experience in the Yukon. That means that we are quite comfortable working in this environment. We have a great relationship with the First Nations and with government, and this means reduced risk. In addition, the company has been recognized for its sustainable development initiatives. And I think this is really an area of focus for us in terms of our overall approach to exploration and development. Looking at the Keno Hill mill here in the center, owned by Alexco Resources, we're excited to see this mine coming back into production. This is the third mine in the last 12 months to be coming back on stream. We understand that by the fourth quarter, they'll producing first concentrate. I'd just like to highlight a couple of areas here from the recent feasibility. At 800 grams per ton, this will be one of the highest grade silver mines in the world. At 4 to 5 million ounces average production, this makes this in the top 15 silver producers. And at a less than $11 estimated all-in sustaining cost, this will be one of the lowest cost silver mines in the industry. The capex quite modest because the nature of these deposits are relatively shallow, it's a relatively small footprint, so it doesn't take a large amount of capital to bring them on stream. This results in quite elevated internal rates of return, and really we see the opportunity in this district to be able to find new ounces and to be able to develop these rapidly because of this existing infrastructure. This map highlights the holdings of Metallic Minerals as well as the largest of the past producing mines along the major known trends. The orange circles represent the largest historic producers. You can see they occur along these major structural corridors. The yellow represent the new discoveries in the district where this is part of the current mine plan for Alexco Resources. Our holdings are in the golden brown color on the eastern, southern, and in some cases internal to Alexco's block. The black circles represent the areas of advanced stage targets. The red circles represent areas where we've developed through soils, geophysics, and other sampling large-scale targets that we're in the process of putting first drill holes into the highest priority targets this year. Looking at the Keno East area in particular, this is an area that we're quite excited about. We're applying some new geologic models to the area. One of the things we recognized as we started to undertake the sampling in geophysics was the signatures were somewhat distinctive from what we see on the western part of the district, with the classic Keno Hill style high-grade silver mineralization. In that we saw a close association with a large geophysical signature, in this case magnetic signature, which would suggest that we might be close to the original mineralizing intrusions, which suggest a potential bulk tonnage target that could be similar in model to the Penasquito or Cripple Creek deposits shown here at the same scale. So we're excited to be tested these targets this year to get a sense of the third dimension. And this really unfolds the potential for large-scale bulk tonnage silver targets in the Keno Hill district. Our La Plata project has a similar type of geologic setting where we have high-grade historic production on high silver gold veins and structures in the district. And in the center of the district, exposed at surface, is a precious metals-rich porphyry system that was drilled by Rio Tinto and Phelps Dodge in the 50s to the 70s. So similar to what we think may be the potential at Keno East, we see the potential for both high-grade silver occurrences and potential bulk tonnage targets here. And exploration will be starting to ramp up at La Plata later this fall. So wrapping up, if we look at the history of the company since 2016, the first couple of years were focused on acquisitions, putting together our land package, and then starting to dive into the data to prioritize targets and really lay out our plans for exploration in terms of a systematic approach, building on the work of our neighbor Alexco, who've been so successful in building a resource inventory fairly rapidly. In 2019 and in this year, we've been continuing to do block modeling, sampling, drilling, trenching, and in some places underground sampling, and taking that work to the next step of understanding. With the acquisition at La Plata, we're doing something similar there. In 2020, our program is focused on drilling with 2 core drills turning at Keno Hill, a diamond drill that is testing the advanced stage targets and starting to build our mineral inventory. In addition, we are testing some of these early stage targets and looking to expand mineralization and new holes into areas that had not been previously tested. We've got an excellent flow of news that we anticipate over the coming next many months and into 2021. With news from our surface work, our drilling, our geophysics, and our modeling. So it should be really quite an exciting time for Metallic Minerals shareholders. Looking at the share capital structure of the company, we have 120 million shares outstanding. We've recently been trading in the 70 cent to a little more than $1 range. We follow closely the NYSE SILJ Silver Junior Producers Index, as well as the Venture Index. The company is well funded with over $10 million in cash, $12 million in the money warrants and options, and no debt. Our shareholder roster includes a significant stake by management and closely associated groups with over 22%. Eric Sprott is our largest individual investor, having invested twice in the company. And then we have a number of institutional investors that have just recently come in with the syndicated financing that was led by Canaccord. In addition, a number of high net worth individuals who have been supporters of the company in the past, and then, of course, our retail shareholder base. So the company is well positioned going into 2021. We've got an exciting series of news events that we anticipate coming out of our exploration activities on our projects this year. And we invite interested investors to contact the company to get additional information. Thank you very much for your time, and we look forward to hearing from you.